Welcome into Body and Soul right here on 938 Live. It's your daily health check, and I'm Daniel Martin. Thanks everybody for joining me again. And as usual on Fridays, we look at your fitness goals, your fitness objectives, because we know that, we talk about health issues all week long. On Fridays, one of the best things that we can do is pump you up for the weekend, get you started on what you can do to retake or reclaim your health back into your hands and keep some of these diseases that we talk about from Monday to Thursday at bay, just by focusing on what we can all do to get better, fitter, and healthier. Joining me on the program today, Fitness Director Sonny and Senior Physiotherapist Declan from Radiance PhysioFit. Radiance PhysioFit is based at the AXA Tower at Tanjong Pagar. And what's unique about today is we'll be blending fitness and exercise with physiotherapy. Gentlemen, welcome to the program today. I know this is something that's quite unique to you, what you guys do, and it's all in-house at Radiance. You've got physiotherapists and fitness training professionals. What is the idea behind this? Where does it come from? Why combine the two in the first place?
Well, I think, the idea came from the blend of the two. That physiotherapy, the definition of physiotherapy is realizing your potential, getting your function back to its maximum. And we always found that there's a really good blend between the two. Because with physiotherapy, we want you to achieve your goals, but it's always a little bit limited when you're in your physiotherapy clinic. And by having a gym available and having trainers who are on message with what the physios want to do, then we can take you through the whole pathway, leading you all the way back to full function, full fitness.
Sonny, are there a lot of similarities and points of connection that help you work together?
There are quite a lot of similarities because as a fitness trainer, all right, we are able to give them a fitness regime, but most of the time it ends up that we're having a little bit more repetitive injuries, which is need to be dealt with right away. So physiotherapy on my side actually is the best.
Okay, what's the ultimate benefit? What's the ultimate goal of this blend of the two that you guys do?
So that you can get back your fitness, get back to full health as safely and as effectively as possible. The idea behind Radiance PhysioFit is that we have high quality trainers, high quality physios, so whoever comes in the door, whether you've had injuries, whether you currently have back pain, neck pain, whatever it is, whether you haven't exercised for 10 years, come and see us, just have a conversation with the physio. We can start talking about your goals, and then if we decide that you're ready for the trainers to take you on, then we send you on to the trainers. If you need a bit of physio, come see the physios. It's really a one-stop shop for health and fitness and everything that you need.
I bet that would reassure a lot of people because they know that there's this. If in case anything happens, I know that this is happening for me.
That's the idea actually. That once you have an injury, you don't have to wait to anyone to see you right away. They have my physio over there on my side, and then just gonna ask him to come down and have a look. If there is anything that we can do right away on the spot, then that's it.
So that's one way that it's collaborative, but also can people just go for physiotherapy in Radiance?
Yeah, of course. Anybody we will take anyone who comes in the door.
Okay.
We had, for example, a lady who came in yesterday, and she has back pain, and she's just looking for physiotherapy. But the best treatment for back pain, for people who've had back pain for years, is exercise.
Yeah.
So I did a session with her, and I said, you know what, listen, there's nothing really wrong with you here, except that you haven't exercised in 10 years. And I bet you if you start exercising, you'll be absolutely fine. So I brought her upstairs to meet one of the trainers straight away. We sat down together, we talked about what she wanted to do, what her goals were. And I said, listen, you don't need physiotherapy. If I'm honest, you just need to start an exercise program. And she's starting on Monday with a 6-week training program.
Nice. Let's all the best to her. Let's hope it really deals with that back pain. One of the most common complaints in Singapore, I would say. Let's start talking about this idea of the fitness aspect first. Sonny, what are your main approaches to fitness that you practice? I know that you've got many platforms that you utilize.
Yes, we can actually. Everything is different. They say all people got different idea about fitness. They want to have endurance training. It means like running, swimming. Some people like strength training, like bodybuilding stuff. Okay, but concentrating on one area actually is not a good idea. Whereby you're gonna have some repetitive injury later on.
So what's the approach? How do we, because somebody might come in and just say, oh, I want a smaller waist. Oh, I want bigger arms. So, people, we just have this one goal in mind, right?
That's right.
So what do you do?
To be fit. For me, I think to be fit is you must have all the all the aspects that you need. You have flexibility, you have strength, you have endurance, you have stamina, okay, you have a balance. So that's why all this one comes together.
So where do you start? How do you get them to achieve these?
We're going to start by assessing them, make the assessment properly from head to toe, of course, checking their BMI, body fat measurement, checking the agility as well, which are often not tested in other, other gyms or something. We're going to also check the heart rate during the workout, checking also about powers and everything. So that's actually give us more idea what we can give to them, what type of exercise they need and suitable for their lifestyle.
Okay, so it's tailored to the individual.
Exactly.
Now, a lot of people assume that going to the gym and starting a gym routine is really just about lifting weights.
That's actually one of the main problem.
Yeah.
They think that if they go to the gym, they have to lift weight. No, we have a lot of machines, and also our trainers actually were having more idea about the functional training. So functional training is the most neglected exercises. It means it's just simply core training.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. We want to get that functional aspect back. We want to be able to move around at the office. We want to be able to do our groceries.
That's right.
We want to be able to play with our kids. Everything like that we need to be able to do.
Mainly daily activities. That's it. So everybody sits, so it means you need to do squats.
Okay.
Yeah.
So give me an idea. Some of the most common things that you would, let's say for the average person who wants to get back in shape, the busy office professional who's a young dad or young mom, how do you start? Do they just do personal training? Do they join classes? What happens?
It's up to actually individual choice. Main thing is you must have an interest going to the gym if you would like to. You can even go out and do your work, do some running. Maybe you can do a homework like abdominal exercises, sit-ups, something like that.
I think the biggest key there is that it has to be something fun.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't like going to the gym, you don't like lifting weights, then don't sign up for a big long gym membership where all there is weights.
Yeah.
Pick what you want to do. If you like running, then that's what you do. You go running. If you like swimming, go do that.
Yeah.
Try out different ideas. Try Pilates. Try yoga. Try everything until you find what you like doing, and then stick to that for a while. And that's the key to fitness is having fun.
Keep it interesting.
That's the key, because the worst thing I've heard from so many friends are people that I tried it for a little while and now my membership is just sitting in my wallet and it's useless.
Exactly.
I'm just paying the dues every month. I'm not going.
That's right.
You haven't done your homework at the beginning. Maybe that is. Declan, where do you come in at the beginning? What Sonny was saying, how they take assessments and make sure that everybody's okay at the beginning and making sure that they can plan for the long term. Where do you come in terms of the physio aspect?
We currently have a fitness report card program that we're running at the moment, which is a combination of the trainers and the physios. So you come in and you see us, and we do a full assessment. So I'm pretty sure we're the only people in Singapore that have the physios assess you at the beginning of your workout program, and we have a look at exactly. So we have a look at your core strength, we have a look at your flexibility, we have a look at your posture. And what physios are really, really good at, and what we train at doing, is assessing your strengths, but also assessing your weaknesses. So we have a look at how you move and the way that you function, and figure out what you need to do to improve.
And this would inform into some of the workouts that are devised for you?
Exactly. So then we go and we tell the trainers, listen, this guy needs to work on his core, he needs to work on his posterior chain, he needs a little bit more flexibility working his hamstrings, because that's the cause of his back pain. So then it's targeted workout, targeted exercise, instead of just getting your generic exercise program.
That makes the trainers to have an easier job, I guess.
Yeah, that's true, because we all know what to do, how to do it. There's a plan. Is this going to work for you? We'll find out more from Sonny Reyes, fitness director, and physiotherapist Declan Halpin from Radiance PhysioFit. Just ahead, stay tuned.
With Body and Soul.
Blending fitness and physiotherapy. That's our focus in today's fitness edition of Body and Soul on 938 Live. We're chatting with Sonny Reyes and Declan Halpin. Declan's a senior physiotherapist and Sonny's the fitness director at Radiance PhysioFit. Actually, we should talk to Declan a little bit about what physiotherapy actually is. I think people only are familiar with it in terms of, there's this department in a hospital that does physiotherapy, and people get confused with chiropractic and might misunderstand and being misinformed about that. What exactly is physiotherapy?
So physiotherapy, it's quite a broad paradigm. So it's a type of therapy that helps ill people, disabled people, injured people to return to full function, to realize their full potential. And obviously with different populations, with sick people in hospital, there's different types of physiotherapy than the one that I focus on, which is your musculoskeletal physiotherapy, which deals with the aches and pains in your body, injuries, muscles, tendons, and people who present with those kind of things. There's physiotherapists in hospitals who work on lungs, respiratory, there's elderly care.
Okay.
All of these different types of physiotherapy. But really what we're looking at in Radiance PhysioFit is returning from injury as quickly and as efficiently as possible. And we do that a whole different ways. We have our manual therapies, we have our massage, acupuncture, electrotherapies, ultrasound, and what we love in Radiance PhysioFit is exercise rehab.
So the idea really is about mobility, releasing that locked aspect or increasing the mobility.
I mean, for a lot of people, that's the biggest issue is that they spend 9 hours sitting at their desk looking at their computer screen, and they come in to see me. I call it Singapore neck.
Yeah.
Someone is sitting in front of their computer all day long, and then they get on the MRT on the way home, and they're staring down at their iPhone, and then they sit on the couch when they get home, and they've got their iPad in front of them, and they're looking up at the TV.
Doesn't stop.
And then they come and see me, and they say, I can't figure out why my neck is sore every time I look up.
You just described my life pretty much. We're going to find out more about this unique combination and how it can benefit you and your goals. Next segment, we'll talk a little bit about what do you need to worry about if you've got an injury and you're coming back. Is this combination going to be ideal for you? Sonny Reyes and Declan Halpin from Radiance PhysioFit join me. They're based at the AXA Tower at Tanjung Pagar. More just ahead.
To keep the doctor away, shape up with Body and Soul.
Welcome back to Body and Soul on 938 Live. Thanks for staying with me, Daniel Martin, on your daily health check. And today's edition, we've been talking about how you can blend fitness and physiotherapy together for your injury recovery, for your fitness goals, for your functional aspects. Fitness director Sonny Reyes joins us, along with senior physiotherapist Declan Halpin. They're from Radiance PhysioFit, which basically in-house has physiotherapists and fitness trainers working together just for you. They're based at AXA Tower at Tanjung Pagar. Declan, let me start with you and talk to me about the most common injuries that you're seeing among Singaporeans. You talked about the Singapore neck already, and definitely I'm feeling it right now, I tell you. What else have we got that's most common for you?
Yeah, well, it really is. It's neck and back pain, lower back pain, and that's really, I mean, that's not just Singaporeans, that's worldwide. It's if you consider that a disease, that's a global epidemic at the moment. And really it's because we are sitting now more than we ever have in our whole lives in the history of humankind. 2,000 years we didn't sit, and then the computers arrived, and now for the last 20 years we've been sitting on our behinds.
Pretty much, exactly. So it's the angles, it's the positions, it's the fact that it's repeated every day for long periods of hours. What is this doing to our bones, our joints?
You're sitting in a fixed position. You're not working through the full range of movement. Your body is designed to move around, and when you're not moving around, it's not just your muscles, it's not just your bones, it's your heart, it's your lungs, it's all the systems of your body. They rely on movement. But back pain especially, if those joints, if those muscles, if they tighten up, that's going to put stress on your body when you then get up and move.
So is that why pain is happening?
That's one of the reasons. If you ask me to talk about all of the different reasons of chronic back pain, we might have to be here for a while, Daniel.
Okay, that'll be part 2 of the interview. But basically there's a whole system and mechanism, and pain is that symptom that, hey, something's up and something's wrong. But because of that, Sonny, a lot of people, when they have the pain, are afraid to start working out, thinking that, I've got this back pain, it's going to be worse, it's going to be more painful. So once you know what their areas are, what do you start doing to deal with lower back and neck injuries?
Okay, first thing is actually I'm going to take the history of the patient. So I'm going to talk to Declan what is actually treatment have done. From there, actually, I can see what type of exercise I can give. Like, for example, I can give definitely a functional training exercises, core training exercises, and flexibility.
What kinds of workouts would this be like?
Functional training exercises, mainly core trainings like abdominal crunches, hip bridging, stretching or side twisting. So this is actually the very, very simple motion that we have to do every single day.
Okay.
That we're missing out all of those because like what you said, we always station in our workplace.
And once you can strengthen the core, you can support the spine, you can support the whole
That's right.
body, really.
Exactly.
And then you'll be less in those awkward positions, hopefully.
What happens actually when you're doing those exercises to strengthen the muscles that support your spine? So that's main reason actually we're having a back pain, because the muscles around your spine actually is getting weaker and weaker, so giving a lot of loads on your back that causes impingement or pain on your lower back.
Okay, so a lot of focus on the core area.
Exactly.
What about overall body? Declan also talked to us about range of movement.
Yes, like I said, functional training is not only about abdominal training like crunches, all this. Like you can do squats with the movement of your arm. You can do lunges and twisting. So it means it's a combination of upper body and lower body, and also engaging your abdominals throughout the movement. Pilates does it, yoga does it, and also some circuit training exercises does it.
Okay, so do you guys do yoga and Pilates
Yes.
in your studio as well?
Yes,
Oh,
all
okay.
those such things, and also functional training.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, so here's the thing. A lot of people, when we talk about the boring aspect of going to the gym, they think they're just going to be sitting at a machine and pushing things up. But you're really moving them all over the place.
Yes, definitely. We have the space is actually meant for functional training movement. We separate the weight training area, machines, and functional training area. So can cover everything.
Good, you're not going to be bored. Okay, that's good. That's my ideal kind of workout. But Declan, what happens when they're doing this? They started this, that gung-ho is there, and then, that twinge of pain comes in, or that sharp thing is back. It would stop people, and they were like, okay, I don't want to do this anymore. I mean, I suppose they come and see you. What happens then?
Yeah, well, that's the biggest problem for this population of patients, is that we say go and exercise. Everybody knows that they have to exercise.
Yeah.
But they go and exercise, and then they get that twinge in the back. And then they go and they sit at home in front of the TV for the next 2 weeks.
Exactly.
So then when they try and start exercising again, then it's difficult for them again. They become stiff and it becomes painful, and it's a downward spiral. So what we want them to do is come in and exercise. And if they do feel a little bit of pain and a twinge, which is natural, then just pop downstairs, come and talk to our team of physios, and maybe go back into physiotherapy for 2 sessions, and we'll work on loosening you up, on getting over that muscle spasm or whatever it is. And then you send you back up into Pilates or yoga or functional training or whatever it is, whatever type of exercise you have decided is best for you.
Okay, so when somebody has an injury, you're not gonna, do you go easier on them? What happens then?
The thing is, you don't have to stop exercising. There's a lot of body parts in our body. We can work out on that and also treat your problem at the same time. So it doesn't mean if you have an injury on your lower back, you stop exercising.
That's a good point, which is unfortunately the case for many people when they go to their regular gyms.
That's right.
I can't go more 2-3 weeks, back to zero, it feels like.
We love movement. We want people to move and exercise. So whatever your injury is, we try to look at it as an opportunity. So, you have a patient who comes in with a busted knee, one of the weekend warriors who haven't who don't exercise Monday to Friday, then they go out and play football with their friends on a Saturday like they're still 21. They come in on Monday with a sore knee and they say, I can't exercise for 3 weeks. Then they go back to play football 3 weeks later and they do the other knee. So we see it as when you come in with an injury, that's an opportunity to work on upper body stuff, to work on your core, to work on your other leg. Let's keep you moving while we work on this injury. We have all the facilities here.
Okay.
Let's keep going.
It's interesting. You've got physiotherapists and you've got fitness trainers. Do you have fitness trainers who are physiotherapists as well by any chance? That would be interesting.
Myself, actually, I'm a certified physiotherapist. But most of my client actually is sports people who play polo.
Top elite athletes. You work with a lot of athletes as well. Is it very different for them? Because it's not just about getting fit, it's about getting to a new peak for some of them.
That's right.
Yeah, so is the training very different when you work with them?
Like what I said, this is mainly sport-specific training, so it means it's catered to their sports. So it's not, you can do a general workout, but at the same time you give them a bit of edge to their sports. So when they get back to sports, it's stronger and less injury.
Okay, so elite athletes as well. You got a new door to knock on. I've been speaking with Sonny Reyes, fitness director and senior physiotherapist Declan Halpin from Radiance PhysioFit. More in just a little bit. Stay tuned.
It takes more than just an apple a day to keep the doctor away. Shape up with Body and Soul.
938 Live.
Welcome back to Body and Soul on 938 Live. Guys, so when you're doing these workouts and training sessions with your clients, I mean, I just want to make it clear to my listeners that they don't have to worry about two people making sure that they're working out for 1 hour. So when they're doing fitness, it's only with the fitness trainer.
That's right.
And then if they have to, they pop off and see the physiotherapist, and they have physiotherapy sessions. It's not two at the same time, so to speak. Okay, that's nice and easy. We cleared that up. Guys, let's talk a little bit about keeping it long-term and maintaining it. Declan, I've heard from people, unfortunately, and please don't take professional offense at this, but a lot of people say they do physiotherapy once or twice, and then they never do it again because they didn't see the results. But then, there's a lot of people also not doing their part and their homework in this session. So what is the long-term goal here? How do we continue? What if people start working out a lot and then they're like, okay, I don't need the physio anymore?
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing about physio, and that is a big problem in our industry, but I always compare physiotherapy to antibiotics. You have to see through the course to see the benefits. And if you stop early, there's a chance that your pain will come back. And often the people who come and see us, they come in with long-term problems. They've had back pain and neck pain for the last 2 years. And then, so it's going to take a while for the effect of exercise rehab to get them moving and get them loosened up again. So it's difficult to say that you're going to be cured in 2 sessions. So it's really important that they stick to the exercises that they're given, and they remain dedicated to it. But also it's up to us as physios and trainers to keep it varied, to keep it interesting, to keep it fun. If you're given a boring set of exercises and said, come back here in 6 weeks after doing those, I know what I'm like. I'll do it for 3 days and then throw them away. But if we keep it interesting, and that's what we're trying to do at Radiance, we're trying to have the whole spectrum. You come to see us at the beginning, you're on the bed in the physio table, and then by the end we have you up and jumping and moving and having fun up in the gym 6 weeks later.
Movement is key. Sonny, how do you guys as well in the fitness because I mean you have to be a little bit disciplined. Yes. And a little bit regimented as well, because you've got to push people in a certain way. How do you keep it fun? I mean, are there a lot of tips that you bring in to make it safe and fun for the person who's working out?
So when you say fun, actually, first you have to know the client's interest to work out. If he doesn't like cardio, if she doesn't like cardio, don't put him in the treadmill for a long time. You give them a short warm-up. Stretching is very important, dynamic stretching. Make it short and intense, what I recommend. It's not necessarily you have to work out the whole hour.
Yeah.
So try to break the routine, break the warm-up, stretching, 20-30 minutes of strength training and cardio workout. Stretch them properly.
Okay, so that might make it a little bit easier to balance out as well.
That's right.
Any tips in terms of the actual changes, the lifestyle changes that people have to make to keep this going long term? Because I know people the first month fine, and then they might plateau and stop seeing results. Do you give them a lot of homework and tips to do on their own?
More important things, again, exercises must be interesting. So that means they like it. They will like outdoor. Okay, you do like 2 or 3 times outdoor workout, but outdoor workout sometimes lacking of things like strength training machines or something. So sometimes you can go to the gym. You can hire a trainer, or if you're definitely ready enough to do on your own, then you can do a machine.
What do you make them do on their own every day? Let's say, do you give them like 30 minutes you have to do this, 30 minutes you have to do that?
Oh yeah, not really. Well, I'm giving actually a quite short workout. So giving them some assignments like doing your cardio in these days, alternate with weight training on the next days. So, because the problem is going to be a stress injury.
Yeah, we don't want that to happen.
Fatigue, yeah.
Okay, but it's still about keeping moving as much as possible on a regular.
Regular. I can say it's like 5 to 6 times a week.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. Declan, what happens? I know some people when they work out a lot, there's the sores, the aches, the pains, the muscle aches, and people use sports massage and things like that. Can they use the physiotherapy options for sports massage?
Yeah, well, we actually have a couple of massage therapists at Radiance PhysioFit, but of course you can go and see a physio for sports massage as well. But a bit of warning to the listeners. A physiotherapist massage is not usually one with candles and light music. We're there to get results. So when you come in for a massage, it's to get results. We often have people asking for you to go lighter and things like that. But we want to free you up. We want to get you loose. So if you're looking for your gentle massage, then maybe go somewhere else.
Yeah, no aromatherapy oils here. So, but I mean, is it a good complement to a regular workout routine as well to incorporate this?
Oh, definitely. For people who are working out a lot, you talked about your athletes. Recovery is key. Recovery is massive. Sometimes people get confused and they think they just need to work out and work out and work out to get results, but they're neglecting their recovery, and that's so important to achieving your goals. If you aren't recovering properly, then you're not going to be able to work out the next time to your full potential.
What's the point then, right?
Yeah. Exactly. So recover properly, sleep well, look after your body, eat well. These are all massively important.
You guys have got me pumped up. Thanks so much, you guys, for joining me. Sonny Reyes, Fitness Director, and Senior Physiotherapist Declan Halpin from Radiance PhysioFit. That does it for today's edition of Body and Soul on 938 Live. Go work out, everybody.